Hello, I'm Ali Langdon. Welcome to A Current Affair. For them, it was a rush of adrenaline, a way to kill time on a Sunday night. But for baby Pixie and her parents, it was horrifying. Two teenagers pulling up on an e-bike beside the family car and spraying a fire extinguisher inside, covering the 5-month-old in foam. It's not the first incident of its kind in the area. Little Pixie was hospitalised and her parents, understandably, are traumatised. Her mum Tiffany joins me from the Sunshine Coast with little Pixie. Tiffany, I'm so sorry to hear this happen to your beautiful bub. How is she doing?
She's doing really well now. We're just going to have to keep an eye on her breathing and make sure no chest infections come after this. But she's doing really, really well.
Okay, she looks like she's a pretty happy, content, easygoing baby. Am I reading the vibe right?
Yes, she's usually pretty happy most of the time. We don't really get a lot of crying from her. I think we got pretty lucky.
Okay, so she's okay now. Can I ask, how are you? Because this is a pretty traumatic thing to go through.
Look, I'm still pretty rattled. My partner is also pretty rattled. I don't think it's something that we're ever probably going to get over. I know my partner still has flashbacks from opening that car door and seeing her covered in powder and seeing the look on her face when she was pretty much in shock, and I'll never forget the phone call that I got.
So can you just explain that? As you say, your partner Leon was driving the car. What did he tell you about what happened?
At first, I was a bit confused. I didn't really understand what was going on as he was so upset. He wasn't making a lot of sense. And he explained that someone had opened a fire extinguisher into the window and pretty much gassed the baby and him out.
Who the hell does something like that?
I know, I really don't understand what was going through their heads myself. I don't know what type of person would really do that to a baby, or even, they didn't even know who was in the car especially. It could have been anyone that was in the car. It could have been an elder, a newborn baby. It literally could have been anyone.
Can I just say, how good are mums? I mean, you're just doing an interview about something that's pretty traumatic, bouncing a baby. We're getting close. It's pretty much witching hour. You're amazing.
She's just recently learnt that new noise that she's been making right now, so that's a new thing that's happened.
And you know what's so nice about this? We're seeing her now and that she is right as rain. But when you took her to hospital, she was covered in this foam, which is terrible for a baby. What did they do when you got her there?
They took her in and decided that they needed to do 100 mils of saline solution in her eyes. It was 50 mils each eye, and it was a lot. I've never seen that much before. It was probably about that much in each eye. And the doctors held her down, and my partner helped hold her down too. And they kind of just squirted the stuff inside of her eyes, and she was screaming. That's a scream I've never heard before. I've never heard any baby make.
You know, and you know what? They bounce back from that stuff, but it takes us a little bit longer, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is something she probably won't remember, but this is something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives.
So Pixie and Leon, they're the most important thing and they're okay. How's the car?
Look, the car's not looking all that great. I've spoken to a few people and they think they could be a potential write-off with the car. We've wiped down the car, we've cleaned it probably about 3 times, and the foam just keeps on popping up, the powder just keeps on coming up. I feel like there's nothing we can do to make it go away. A lovely lady has reached out and offered to detail the car free of cost. Her company's called Grindbusters, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you to her. But at this point, we don't know if there's going to be just cosmetic damage or external damage. We don't even know at this point, and we don't even know what insurance is going to cover either.
Okay, I don't feel Pixie's got much longer in her, so I'll keep this part quick. This is all because 2 stupid kids wanted to play a stupid prank.
Exactly, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Do you know that it happened to a restaurant the night before? They were sprayed while customers were inside, and we also have video from the same area early this year. We have no idea if they're linked, but it's clearly a problem. What is your message to anyone who thinks it is funny to do something like this?
This is not funny. You're playing with people's lives. You don't know who could have been in that car, and that honestly just makes it even worse. Please think before you do. I don't know if you think this is funny or if you think you look tough doing this type of thing. You don't look tough either. Just get your act together. Please come forward to the police and do the right thing. Yeah. And stop terrorising the neighbourhood.
Yeah. Well said, Tiffany, and all the best to you, Leon and little Pixie. I think little Pixie's saying, Mum, we're done here. Thank you so much.
I'm ready for bed. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, it is definitely time for bed. And the culprits are still on the run. If you're around the Sippy Downs area on Sunday night and have any information, please contact police.